Assalamualaikum and good morning to my final year project supervisor, Dr. Nur Asma binti Ahmad, and examiner Encik Muhammad Nakib bin Mat Yuno, and all the beloved FYP group friends. Today I will present my study entitled Factor that Influence the Types of Selling Towards Business Sales Performance Among Student Entrepreneur, University Malaysia Kelantan. Abstract. In this study, the researcher aims to identify the relationship between factors that influence business sales performance among student entrepreneurship, University Malaysia Kelantan. The researcher distribute a total of 384 questionnaires to the active student entrepreneurship through using Google Form, and 384 responses were collected. Spearman correlation and Chromba alpha were adopted in this research to analyze all the data collected. The result of this finding indicates that all the independent variables, which are skill training, self-motivation and marketing strategy, have significance with the dependent variable, which is business sales performance. Introduction. The most relevant type of sales right now is online. Sales activity is the daily activity of a business that will generate sales. The importance of this study is to provide knowledge on the business sales performance of University Malaysia Kelantan student entrepreneurship need to be measured to continue their business. For the research objective, firstly, to identify selling skills training can influence the type of selling on the business sales performance. Secondly, to identify self-motivation able to influence the type of selling on the business sales performance. Last but not least, to identify marketing strategies can influence the type of selling to on the business sales performance. For research methods, research design that I'm using quantitative method, data collection method, I'm using primary data and secondary data, sampling technique, I'm using non-probability sampling, research instrument development, I'm using Google Form questionnaire, measurement of the variable, I'm using nominal scale, ordinal scale and interval scale. For literature review, skills training, selling skills to make a profit to the company taught by the mentor. Self-motivation. Motivation is important, whether internal or external motivation to earn high sales. Marketing strategy. Technology replaces irrelevant and complicated traditional marketing such as creation of Facebook, TikTok and others. For the pilot test, Chromba Alpha shown through SPSS based on the result of 5 questions and 30 respondents for dependent variable, and 2 independent variable and 8 questions for independent variable 3. The result of dependent variable are 0.730 and independent variable 1 0.832, independent variable 2 0.727 and independent 3 0.852. The purpose of the pilot test is to obtain the transparency, validity and reliability of the data through a small group of respondents from various aspects such as item level, objective, understanding, usability and the scope of the item itself. If the correlation coefficient approach the value of 1, the data have a strong relationship or correlation that give high reliability result to the study. The result for validity and reliability based on 384 respondents for dependent variable is 0.756, independent variable 1 is 0.784 and independent variable 2 is 0.746. And lastly, independent variable 3 is 0.736. The purpose of validity and reliability analysis is to show that the data obtained as a whole have high reliability for each of the variables specific. Results for the demographic are taken according to the majority of each item. For the gender item, females obtained 66.9%. For the age group, the answer was in the range of 26 to 30 years old with 74.2%. Next, the status of the respondent is student with a percentage of 79.9%, equivalent to the type of product sold or traded by the respondent. In addition, the period of business conduct by respondent is below or less than 1 year. And finally, the highest total sales achievement ever achieved by the respondent is below 100,000 with a percentage of 79.4%. The result of the hypothesis 1 was 0.839 and hypothesis 2 was 0.827, while hypothesis 3 was 0.623. Each indicate that hypothesis 1 and hypothesis 2 have a strong correlation compared to hypothesis 3, which only achieve normal but positive result. Last but not least, all hypotheses were said by they had a significant correlation to the business sales performance. All independent variables were also significant with the study and provide accurate and valid analytical results. The independent variable of skills, training, and self-motivation with correlation values of 0.839 and 0.827 respectively showed a strong correlation. The correlation value for the independent variable of marketing strategy is 0.623 and is accepted as a valid variable. The researcher also reviewed the limitation of the study with the participation of respondent and accuracy and comprehension of the data, as well as added some suggestion to future studies to produce usable and better results.